everyone. Thank you so much for joining me and my channel, Kelly Wolf Tarot. I want to thank everyone for your comments and for subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate it. Please leave comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it resonates with you. Also, if you'd like a private reading, the details are down below. And I think we should just get started. So what I wanted to do, because so many different folks, they do the new moons and full moons and things of that nature. They do readings before that. I wanted to see what the energy was after this full moon and solar eclipse. And what I did, I'll back up a little bit. This is for fire signs. This is Sagittarius, Leo, and what's the other one? Sagittarius and Aries. So this is for all fire signs. I did it so that I would have more of a breakdown because there's so many of you and not everybody's going to get the same reading. So I have 3 different stories here, and I did pull cards from the Earth Magic deck for advice. Hang on, let me show you this. This is the Earth Magic deck, absolutely beautiful. It is by Stephen Farmer, so I'll give you the advice afterwards, but pretty cool. The different things that are happening, the things you've learned, where you're moving on to, and I do have 3 different stories here. 3 different stories totally. So I do have 2 people here. We've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Well, 3 people. We've got the Page of Pentacles too. So again, for Leos, if I'm not mistaken, the last reading I did, or the first reading I did, I can't remember, you had a twin flame scenario. So when I look at this overall, it looks like the twin flame scenario is still going on. In between the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And this is somebody who's very stable and secure, being single, being by themselves. And that's in between the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Whenever I see that, I think of twin flames, really intense partnership, soulmate, things of that nature. And you're coming together. You're bringing your singleness together and you are merging. So a little bit of a follow-up. Looks like all is going well for you folks who are in twin flame relationships or really deep soulmate relationships. So I'm very, very impressed with that. And one more thing before I keep going. I did have a few comments where people could not hear me, so I tested it to make sure my videos could be heard and I can hear them. One was so loud it was like cracking, so I turned it down just a little bit. I hope everybody's able to hear. I do know some videos on YouTube, when I listen to them, it's very, very difficult, and I have to have the entire house silent, or I have to put my headphones in order to hear them. I'm not sure what that's about with YouTube, but I do apologize for that, and I hope everyone's able to hear me. So let's go ahead and get started. The first group of you, I've got the Page of Pentacles, I've got the 10 of Pentacles, and I've got the 4 of Cups. And the first thing I thought of is this is for folks who are already in a relationship. You're in a very stable relationship. You're very happy where you're at. And a very young offer came in. Somebody was trying to proposition you, and you turned them down. You didn't want anything to do with it. You're very stable in your relationship, very happy. I commend you for that. The advice card for you is Dawn, New Beginnings. And this card is absolutely beautiful also. So let's read the Earth Magic book. I don't see anything other than that. There's just one group of you where somebody came in and asked you out, tried to get you to go out on a date, tried to pull you away. It is a page, so it was a very young offer. But, you know, Page of Pentacles, Pentacles is very stable. But you did turn it down. You said, no way, I'm not interested. I've already got cups that are full and I'm happy with it. I don't need your cup. And you walked away from that offer. So I commend you for that. So let's look at Dawn. Let's see what Dawn says. Now, right here, It says new beginnings. The start of the day brings with it reassurance that the night has passed, making way for new opportunities. No matter what has come before, it reminds us of the predictability of the daily cycles. That first light that forecasts the sun appearance awakens the winged ones, who sing and chirp happily at the advent of another morning. It's a time of fresh beginnings from which we can create whatever kind of experience we desire. In this image, we see the rays of the sun stretching into the valley, while the sun itself peeks around the corner as if it had set its course to proceed around the bend in the river, which appears relatively still from its rest during the night. This sense exemplifies renewal and new beginnings. When you witness the initial stages of dawn without the benefit of a clock or another timepiece, for a while you may not be able to discern whether the sky is really lightening, the stars remain visible, and shadows of the night still shape the landscape. It is that way with any beginning. It is difficult to tell where the old ends and the new begins. Gradually, however, it becomes clear to your senses that the light is definitely increasing, and as you continue to observe, the world slowly wakes up, accompanied by all the sounds, smells, and freshness associated with it. Soon the first glimmer of the sun shows. A new day has begun. This is a time to say farewell to the old and honor the new by releasing any self-imposed constraints or resistance to the truth that you know. This is your chance to develop that project you have been thinking about, embark on that adventure you have dreamed of going on, and take risks in initiating what your intuitive self has been telling you to do. As this prospect becomes increasingly visible and real, doubts and uncertainties may arise. But rest assured, just as dawn inevitably turns into day, by heeding your inner guidance, you will succeed. So very beautiful. So I'm not sure who that message is for. Again, let me know who it resonates with. Now, the second set of cards is the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So what this says to me here is that somebody really is taking on the traits of the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is an air sign, of course. You're very balanced, you're very stable, you're actually being very honest and truthful with the folks around you. You are eliminating any nonsense or drama that's in your life, and you're focused on the future. You can see here with the Three of Wands, this is somebody who's waiting for their ships to come in. They know that it's on its way, and they're being very patient. Patient's a good word, as they watch their ships come in, because they can see them off in the distance and they know they're already there. So any drama or nonsense, you're just eliminating it from your life. You're living in your own truth. You're being very honest with folks. Be careful with your words. A lot of times swords, even though they're emotions, but that sword can cut. It's very cutting. You can be very verbal. When you're eliminating drama from your life, you don't have to hurt others. So just be careful with your words and how you're communicating to other people, and move forward in your quest. Very, very proud of this group, two groups, actually. Very, very proud of them. Third one is going to be really cool too. But you're definitely moving into your own truth. You're listening to yourself, and you know what you want. You see it in the future, and you're waiting for it patiently, and you're also striving to get it. So congratulations to you folks. Very, very happy for you. Your Earth Magic card is Dance, and it says Celebration. So let's go ahead and read Celebration for you folks. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm looking for Dance. Here I am looking for Celebration. And I turned right to the page to begin with. Let's see. Right here. Celebration. So I'm just going to read the bottom part of it because if not, this will go on forever. And again, let me know if this makes sense to you or resonates with you. The sacredness of any celebration is dependent upon the quality of spirit that is present. The quality of spirit is greater to the degree that you are fully present, with minimal inhibitions about expressing your joy and happiness through physical moment. Focus on what you want to celebrate. Put on some music and dance, whether slow or fast. Sing a song while you do so. Make one up about what you most have to celebrate. God's wish is for everyone to enjoy their time on earth, and part of that wish is to celebrate your capacity to be joyous and express it through your body, whether in private with a small group of friends or a large communal gathering. Let music, song, and dance be part of your sacred ceremony, regardless of what you are celebrating, for truly any celebration is sacred. So I would have to say a lot of you have a lot to celebrate after getting rid of whatever drama, this total eclipse, the moon, whatever drama you had in your life. So congratulations to you. And again, let me know if this resonates with you. I don't know why, but I just feel like this last one is for the single women. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is somebody who's very stable and happy being single. They're very comfortable being single. They're happy being single. They're building their wealth. They have plenty of abundance around them. They're very balanced and content. The Queen of Swords is usually a person, she could be a widow. But she's also very, very balanced and knows exactly what she wants. She's very controlled. Again, Queen of Swords, these are air signs. Air signs aren't so much emotional, but they're more thinking. They think, and they think about it logically before they go any further. And from what I'm seeing, this person is thinking very logically about continuing to build their own wealth, because we have the Ace of Pentacles right after that. So this group of folks is very, very focused on their money, and it doesn't seem to appear that they're really interested in a relationship at this point. The only advice I can give on this is that it's really important to have a really full, balanced life, that you also are able to maintain relationships with other people. Be mindful of that. Keep loved ones around. I mean, even if you don't want to be into a committed relationship with the opposite sex, or same sex, whichever way you go, keep folks around you that love you, because you need those interactions. Don't just focus on your money alone. Even though it's very, very good, I don't know why I just felt I had to say that. Keep your life balanced. So you did get two cards came out. And we got Spring Equinox, Rebirth, and Dragonfly Emergence. So let's go through and read these. I'm going to do Dragonfly first. Here we go. Dragonfly. You are in an intense process of emergence into the next cycle of your life. Unlike more gradual shifts in awareness you have experienced, this one is happening quite rapidly and came on somewhat unexpectedly, without any pauses or contemplation or indecision. You may even think that you are unprepared for such dynamic changes in your life, yet you are prepared. Prepared and can put to use the experiences and wisdom you have accumulated up to now. Life is demanding that you move into the next stage of your maturity. This requires you to adjust your thinking about yourself, others, and your community. Calls for you to shed yet another layer of your ego-filled defenses and let go of any illusions of being less than who you are. This period of emergence is one of broadened consciousness and heightened perceptual capacity. And since it is inevitable, it is best to surrender to the flow and allow yourself graceful move into the next cycle of your life. Let's read Spring Equinox. knocks. I think we're almost, here we go. Okay. You thought this passage you have been through would never end. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return, and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the abundance of the light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes, and colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother. This cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in that passage just before delivery. Yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. Be with the emergence of this next cycle with faith and grace. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Congratulations to you folks. Just the 3 different groups that I pulled. I mean, again, if it doesn't resonate with you, please watch your moon or your rising. The last card I do want to talk about that came up on the bottom of the deck is the Tower. So with this solar eclipse and the moon we just had on Friday, we also have several planets in retrograde. Mars is in retrograde right now. Be very careful about folks coming back from the past, relationships coming back from the past. If they do, 9 times out of 10, it's a lesson for you to learn. You can just push it away because whatever you were supposed to finish up, just finish it up and get on with it, because the Tower is here, and the Tower is here and comes in when we're not following our true path. It's the universe saying to us, it's going to force us to change. You have no choice but to change. So accept these changes, listen to your inner self, listen to your intuition, and know where you're supposed to go. I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, but personally, when things come back from the past, you just got to let it go. Make peace with it. Do whatever you need to do. But if it didn't work in the past, odds are it's not going to work in the future, and you're going to hold yourself back from where you're truly supposed to be. So everyone, thank you so much. Again, let me know if this resonated with you. If you want a personal reading, again, my information's below. Excuse me. And hopefully everyone can hear this just fine. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will be talking to you soon as I'll be getting your August readings out in the next week. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye now.